Hello, my name is Andy Watson. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a microservice using the Codewind plugin for Eclipse Che and an Appsody Node.js stack. Eclipse Che provides a familiar IDE environment experience, allowing development of microservices in a containerized environment, all accessed via your favorite browser. First off, we need to install Eclipse Che into our Kubernetes environment. Instructions on how to do this can be found at our website, codewind.dev. Next, from a terminal window, we need to download and install the Che CTL command line tool and set up our ingress controller. Then we can download and configure the Che and Codewind plugin operator ready to install into our cluster. To complete the installation, we use the Che control command line and operator. This installation process can take a number of minutes to complete, depending on your network connection speed. Once complete, we are ready to create the Codewind workspace. We do this from within a browser using a URL made up of the Che ingress domain shown in the previous Che control output and a URL parameter which references the Codewind plugin dev file. When prompted, log into the Che environment and wait for the Codewind workspace to be created. Again, this may take some minutes depending on your network connection speeds. We are now ready to configure our Che Codewind workspace. To do this, we first need to go to the administration settings and add a new registry. In this example, I am going to use Docker as my registry and supply my user credentials. Once entered, I need to restart my Che Codewind workspace to pick up the changes. When the workspace is restarted, you will notice we now have a Codewind icon on the right-hand toolbar. Clicking on the project list, Codewind will ask to confirm a deploy registry to use before creating the first project. In this instance, I shall enter my Docker user ID. Codewind will then confirm it can interact with the given registry. We are now ready to create our first Codewind microservice using the Che IDE. Clicking on Create New Project, Codewind will ask to select the project template type we wish to use. I will select a Node.js Express application based on an Appsody stack. Next, Codewind asks me for a name of my project. I'm going to use My Express. Codewind now uses Appsody to create a skeleton Express microservice, download any dependencies, and build the application all within its own container. This operation may take a few minutes to complete. Once the application status changes to running, we can see the microservice endpoint address within the Kubernetes cluster. By clicking on the application icon, Codewind opens a new browser window and makes a call to the microservice's endpoint. We are now ready to develop our microservice. I open the app.js file which has been created by Appsody from within the Project Explorer panel, modify the microservice response text, and then hit save. Automatically, Codewind recognizes the code changes and rebuilds the microservice within the running container. Opening the microservice again, we can see the code changes have been applied and the new response text. Dropping back to a terminal window, I can query my Kubernetes cluster and see my Express microservice running within its own pod. Back to the browser, we can see that all the Codewind features found in the local IDEs are also available in Eclipse Che. We can see the application logs running within the container and bring up the application monitor to view our microservices metrics. Codewind also allows us to generate some traffic using the Performance Dashboard tool. Here we generate a simple run and can immediately see the results in the application monitor view, as well as call stack and endpoint activity information, all of which is stored by Performance Dashboard for comparison against future performance runs. Find out more by visiting us on codewind.dev and follow us on Twitter.